everyone, it's Nicole from the Physio crew and just answering my Ask Nicole questions for the day. So my Ask Nicole question that came in I think last night was someone who was saying, how do I know when I need to go and get physio? Like, how long do I have to wait? Now in my experience, people wait far too long. I had a patient, she's a GP so she should know better, who had a year history of pain, and whatever the barrier was, she was able to continue doing a little bit of stuff, but we did one session that reduced her pain. Now if I'd said to her at the beginning of the year, you can pay £45 and you can run, cycle, swim, normally, completely normal, for the rest of the year, she probably would have taken that. But of course there's a lot of uncertainty with people that physio is going to be the right thing for them, and I can appreciate that. You know, even when I've had my pain in the past, I still don't want people to treat me. I mean, even though I know that physio really works, but it's the thought that perhaps maybe it will be more painful, or I don't know the person, I don't trust the person, and actually it comes from experience. Once you've found a physio that you trust and you like, it's much easier then to go back and see them. So that's why when I've had my problem, I've always used my ex-boss, either Phil Harris or Nikki Parsons, but there is that little bit of a barrier. So what I would suggest that you do is try and work out how much it's having an effect on your life, because often the barrier for people is the money side of it, which is completely understandable. You know, we all struggle with managing finances and working out what is best to spend things on. So normally we'd probably spend a little bit on going out for dinner once a week, we might spend a little bit on clothes, or we might spend something on our cars, and we often will do those regular health checks for things like cars. It's hilarious, you know, we do MOTs every year, we do servicing, but we don't actually, even when we have a problem, not even, you know, if your car had a problem, you take it straight in to be fixed, but for some reason we don't have our priorities the same way when it's ourselves. We do for animals. You know, I've got a 2-year postgraduate in equine physio, and I was amazed, you know, at how many people wanted to have their horses done. People whose horses didn't even have back problems. I'd be like, no, I don't want to treat this horse, there's nothing wrong with it. And they were willingly giving me my 60, my 80 pounds, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. And that was one of the reasons that I shied away a bit from the equine world, because I was treating a lot of horses that didn't need it, and then the horses that actually did need it, that people wouldn't spend the money to have them looked at. So it's very important that we're investing in our health, and it's very important as well that you don't leave it too long. I mean, you can leave it a long time. For most things it's not going to cause you loads and loads of harm, but it's the cost to your life. It's the cost of not being able to cycle for a year, or not being able to run, or not being able to achieve the results that you want, or the time that you want. You know, one particular guy I was seeing, he had a very complex trauma. I never thought we'd get him actually to the level that we did, but we got him slicing off time on his minute miles, and that was a huge thing to him, because that was part of who he wanted to be, and gave him a lot of enjoyment. So being out of that, not being able to do the things that you love for a period of time, even a couple of months, can have a massive effect on people. So what I would say to you is, you know, something like back pain, we normally see people sort of 2 to 3 days after. We do have emergency appointments. We're very careful with what we do in those initial stages, because it can actually be quite sore. So it's important that we don't do any heavy soft tissue work. That's why be very careful. Don't book in a massage if you've just had back spasm. A lot of people say, oh, it needs massage. Now it might need soft tissue work. Again, people get a bit confused between the difference. Quite often people come in and they'll say, oh, you just did massage, but they don't necessarily understand the little differences between joint mobilizations, trigger point release, using electrotherapy, and they kind of branch it under massage, but it is different, and that's important to know, because so many times people think they need massage, and massage is firefighting. It's going to give you a little bit of short-term relief. Sometimes in some things it's just just needs a massage, but more often than not it needs a little bit more than that. And so yeah, if it's something like Achilles problems or plantar fasciosis, normally people can put up with it, so they leave it a long time, but you end up spending more money sorting the problem out. So I would avoid that. So often I think with Achilles, like, I wish I'd just seen you for 2 sessions when this started to happen, rather than needing to see you for a period of 6 to 7 sessions, because the problem has become bad enough that it takes longer for the reconditioning of the tendon. Right, I will see you later. So I hope I've answered your question okay. Please comment below, share, like, follow the YouTube channel, have a little look through the Facebook videos. Let us any feedback. We're always trying to improve the business, so if there's anything you want to see more of or hear more about, just let me know. All right guys, take care, bye bye.